We got ourselves Sammy. First up, over for the team 1 with Dalaran for the team 2. Sticking to his guns as an arms warrior. Immediate ultra time for Sammy, feared by Dalaran, forced him to trick it out of the mage. And that's, I was going to say out of the rogue for a second. But that's going to be Dalaran with the Aegis trick and trying to see if he can go for as much self-recovery as possible. Shifted power potentially could get interrupted by the warrior, knocking down on Sammy. Unless Sammy can walk out of the ancient aftershock, he's just going to continuously get knocked down and generate more resources for Dalaran. Shaman trying to avoid the resonator as best as possible, does back away for a second. It's going to be a freeze with a ring of frost. It's going to, or ring of fire. It's going to be Sammy trying to see if he can bail away from Dalaran, but Shadow Throw is going to shatter his hopes and dreams of trying to recover any health whatsoever. Dalaran kind of lowish on health actually, but if you can just take down Sammy and stay away from the next competitor long enough, you may be okay. Trying to see if you can drop down big avatar, locking out Sammy on fire, potentially hoping to maybe get a couple more executes in there. Warbreaker, trying to see if you can break through Sammy, or Warbreaker charge, I believe it was, right? Reflect onto the poly, but it's just going to keep the pressure rolling. Sammy, maybe in big trouble. Execute 1, potentially execute 2. I think Sammy's just out of the game right now. Trying to see if he can bail out of there. Got him some shields for a second. Dalaran actually committed a lot of cooldowns there. Burned a trinket just to take down Sammy. And that's going to be the seed pod getting absolutely cleaved into 2. But now we get a chance for the team 2 to actually get a chance to play. We got Anto on the team. We got Huge Buttman. We got Jesus in the back and Kioska. And that's going to be Dalaran trying to see if he can hold on strong versus an elemental shaman. I wonder how this is going to go. Dalaran does end up getting himself a little bit of health recovery. Mad damage on Dalaran. What was that burst that are huge? Wait, that was actually, what just happened? He just lava bursted him down. In a single global, just a bunch of lava bursts flew out. Maybe, not even with a Sky Fury. Was that just an Ascendance proc or something? Did I just miss a huge Ascendance proc? I don't understand. That was mad amount of damage there. I think if the team 2 is a little bit shocked, they're like, the guy died? I guess we got to figure out who's going to go next. Rana going to be up next. Ron Basia Run, call him Rana for short. Going to be a stun onto this huge buttman. Burning a trinket, trying to keep himself afloat, trying to keep himself mobile. Looking to knock back Rana, but ends up using Thunderstorm in order to knock him back. He kind of punched him into the tombstone, knocked him out of the way, booping him out into the open. It's going to be rotated the Earth Elemental, trying to bolster his defenses, give himself an extra an extra utility in there with that stun as well as that earthy cover. Going to be a mad Earth Shocks on Rana with a stun by the Earth Elemental, trying to get some lava bursts in while the Sky Fury totem is up. Rana just trying to see if he can maybe survive all this onslaught of bursts. Got himself the Siphon, got himself Fast Cast with the PI. I was looking to potentially keep himself afloat. That was also a, Diffuse Magic is running a Void Shift, which is allowed for Shadow Priest. If you're a Shadow Priest and you want to run Void Shift in order to give yourself a little bit of survivability in 5v5 Duels, you are allowed to. Shadow Priest right now don't have the greatest survivability in the game, so we are allowing them to use Void Shift, because that is something you would use in Arena potentially if you're getting trained super hard. Huge Buttman trying to get some cast while on the move, trying to see if he can fish for a Lava Burst proc, getting mad damage versus Rana. That is also going to be the Fire Elemental available, which does amplify the damage of this Lava Burst as well. And Huge Buttman looking for a bit of a recovery behind the pillar. That was Rana burning a disperse, trying to see if they could tough out the fiery explosive damage of this lava burst, crashing against them. Silence on Huge for a second, trying to go for Void Eruption, but Huge does dip behind the pillar. Gonna be Rana looking for a bit of a flesh cut, but unable to even get himself any kind of recovery at all. Huge going for a mad, what is that, Earthshock, Frostshock, Lava Burst combo? What was that just now? Just absolutely just swung his hand to the side and swiped swipe right on the Shadow Priest is like, nah, next. Nietzsche is going to be up next. Massive Earthshock onto the team immediately. What is this damage out of the Shaman? Yo, Ellis Shaman's back, boys? What is going on? Nietzsche got himself wings. Wings have been nerfed recently. Nietzsche does have a little bit more sustained damage, but wings and the damage of wings has been nerfed by quite a bit. Gonna be Nietzsche interrupted on the flesh gift, unable to get himself a full shield coalesce defensively. Huge Buttman just burning mad lava bursts back to back on him. Nietzsche drops super low for a second. Does get himself a shield of vengeance, managed to burn a bubble at some point though. Huge Buttman trying to use whatever recovery he can in order to live this. Gonna be immediate trinket off that hammer of justice, like the last to separate from Nietzsche, so that shield of vengeance explodes far away from him. Got himself a flame check rolling. Next lava burst setup could be huge. Huge Buttman so far has just been able to absolutely decimate these boys back to back. That's actually crazy. Nitya tried to keep the pressure rolling. Got him some mad hammers, got him some wings. This could potentially be the play, but he's very, very careful and cautious of the lava burst that continue to blast him. Oh, what was that? Were you just blasting him through a pillar? Were you just getting lava burst procs through the pillar? I don't even understand what happened. I don't even understand what happened. Immediate haymaker versus nuke. But he wasn't able to do it. Evasion. He literally evaded the haymaker. Nuke evaded the haymaker. Why? What the? Who does that? I mean, I never thought about doing it. But he literally evaded the haymaker. Which actually was a great play. Global Shadows really early on, trying to avoid the grippy hand as well as reverse winter stun. Disarm versus Jesus as Nuke is trying to use his void operational node to back the hell out of it. Jesus does get a yoink through the smoke bomb, trying to keep the pressure onto the rogue. No more evasion available. Does have a blind, but that's going to be the Kevin Slime as well as the ghoul, keeping the rogue in combat, trying to see if we can slow down the ghoul a little bit, but it's going to be able to swing around the corner, get up a couple claws in as a whole flash is getting reconstructed by Nuke. Is going to be able to slow the ped. The Kevin Slime continue to give the pressure on the rogue. Maybe if the Death Knight could just get line of sight of him, may be able to find him. It's going to be the rogue going as far as he can towards the far side of the pillar, unable to capture a proper re-stealth. That's going to be a shadow step. It's a kid shot. He's going to get yoinked back over next to the Death Knight, unable to escape. The Remorseless Winter going to get locked down as his bones getting chilled, and it's going to be Trinket in order to burn himself out of the CC. Immediate disarm out of the Death Knight, but unable to escape the Frosty Death. Blind to follow immediately. Does Jesus have a big go? He's just dropping down all the defenses, expecting the rogue to get himself a counter pressure. Get a shot by the rogue, but he's just looking to get the hell out of there. Using the get a shot just to see if he can drop combat. Is he able to? His successful drops combat unless Jesus just randomly death and decays on him. He death and decay to his right, where he should have used it to his left. And Jesus trying to see if he may be able to somehow potentially be this rogue man. That kid, this shot does let it get a clean escape. Garrode onto Jesus immediately. As Nuke goes in for a kid shot, resonator, vendetta, everything. I think there's no way to escape and it's over. Oh my god. Just doesn't give him a chance at all. The rogue goes to vanish. Is he playing a crit Lego? Frozen out in the open. Gonna be a, would look like a camo for a second for Kioska, but I guess I'm wrong on that. Evasion for the rogue, trying to dodge the advances by Kioska, and this is why the hunter is going to back up out of there, going to full retreat, waiting out for the defensive to fall before he pushes in and makes his final kill. Where's this Nuke trying to see if he can stay aggressive. More dodge on the Kioska, keeping the pressure rolling. Wait, Kioska could be in big trouble. Does give himself a feint death for a second. Man, you better at least remove some of the damage over time from him. It's going to be Turtle Shell as Nuke is just approaching him. The rogue is able to get himself in a resell, but the hunter's mark is going to keep him out in the open. He definitely needs to find a way to remove Kioska's opportunity to get himself a full reheal. Next stun could be very deadly. Kioska needs to get himself a go. Vendetta onto Kioska unless he gets something for it. The rogue does end up taking him out. What the? Wait, this rogue is really aggressive as an assassination. He's doing really well. Trying to see if maybe he can get himself a stab versus Anta. Is able to successfully do so. Anta hanging out by the side of eyes could pick him up and potentially get the rogue locked down. Garrode kidney shot lockdown. It's going to be immediate triggered by Antu. Nuke chickens as well, blind to follow. Blessing of protection right after. Nuke did not burn a Vendetta, so you can somehow survive this burst out of Antu. He could potentially reverse a Vendetta on him. It's going to go for a mad shadow step off of Kevin Slime, creating some distance. Is he able to catch himself a re-stealth? Unable to, but does have evasion. He could go for a kidney shot. Bad damage out of Antu off of that war stop. Big Vendetta available for the rogue. Resonator right after. Vanish. Cheap shot to follow. Trying to keep the... Oh, he actually kept the Paladin in the Resonator the whole time. Wait a second. That actually worked out. I am surprised when Nuke actually went for 1v4 as an assassination rogue. I am amazed. Wait a second. So we had, yeah boy, the LA Shaman huge botman pop off tonight.